He's the son of Isaiah Bradley, the Black Captain America. Let's get into the video and find out who is Josiah X. To truly understand Josiah X, we have to delve into the story of his father, Isaiah Bradley. Isaiah was one of 300 black soldiers subjected to brutal experimentation by Dr. Wilfred Nagel, who sought to recreate the legendary super soldier serum that created Captain America. While 7 soldiers survived the brutal experiments, Isaiah emerged as the sole survivor of the covert missions they were forced to go on. His final mission was a suicide mission. Isaiah was ordered to destroy a German facility dedicated to developing their own super soldier formula. Before embarking on the suicide mission, he made a bold decision. He stole a Captain America costume and a shield. Isaiah succeeded in destroying the facility but was captured in the process. Fortunately, he was rescued by German resistance fighters who then helped him to return home. However, instead of receiving a hero's welcome, Isaiah was court-martialed and sentenced to life in prison for his theft of the Captain America costume and shield. Over the next 17 years, Isaiah endured further experimentation as the government sought to replicate his extraordinary powers and create more super soldiers. They harvested his sperm cells and stole eggs from his wife Faith during an emergency appendectomy. Isaiah's wife never gave up on her fight to free Isaiah. She wrote President Eisenhower a letter every month for 3 years asking for his release. Her unwavering determination eventually led to Isaiah being freed after nearly 2 decades behind bars. The government was able to continue its efforts to create a super soldier child using the samples they had collected from Isaiah and his wife. They eventually succeeded on their 39th attempt. They selected a young African-American woman who had the same blood type as Faith Bradley to serve as the surrogate mother for the child. After carrying the child to full term, the young African-American woman discovered the sinister intentions behind the experiment and fled with the baby. She sought out Faith Bradley and told her the entire story. Faith knew that the child's only chance for a normal life was to stay hidden from the government, so Faith and her daughter Sarah placed him on a train with a note simply stating, "My name is Josiah." Josiah grew up in a Catholic orphanage near Boston, unaware of his extraordinary heritage. One fateful evening, he accidentally unleashed his peak human strength when he lost his temper and struck Sister Irina. Terrified that he had killed the sister, he fled the orphanage and under a false identity, enlisted in the army as Josiah Smith. He soon found himself fighting in Vietnam as a member of an all-black unit. On one of their missions, his unit faced near annihilation due to a racist officer's reckless orders. After surviving the mission, Josiah confronted the officer and struck him, which led to Josiah being court-martialed and transferred to Fort Leavenworth Military Prison. While imprisoned, routine testing revealed to the government that Josiah might just be the lost super soldier baby. He was then transferred to a secret research facility in California, and his surrogate mother was brought in to confirm their genetic connection. His surrogate mother warned him that he was in grave danger, told him everything she knew about his parents, and then helped him to escape. Years later, Josiah became involved in the Black Panther movement and discovered the dark history of the experiments the government conducted on black soldiers during World War II. Driven by his desire to learn who his family was and why he was left on a train, he visited the Bradley family in Mount Vernon, Virginia. He met his mother, father, and sister, but the reunion had to be brief. His mother warned him that their home was under constant surveillance and staying too long would put them all in danger. Over the next few years, he put his military training and enhanced abilities to use as a mercenary, taking on contracts that required lethal skills. However, he eventually discovered the Islamic faith, which provided him with a newfound purpose. After completing the Hajj, the traditional pilgrimage to Mecca, he returned to the United States and made his way to Boston to confess to the murder of Sister Irina. To his astonishment, he learned that she was alive and well, having merely been knocked unconscious that fateful evening. Josiah and Sister Irina would begin a long-lasting friendship. Embracing his faith, Josiah became a Muslim minister and opened a mosque in Brooklyn. When Sister Irina retired, she came to live with Josiah as a housekeeper and mentor. Josiah's path eventually crossed with James Rhodes, who was investigating his sister's mysterious death. Rhodes recruited the reluctant Josiah, who donned his father's costume and shield and joined Rhodes' crew. He played a pivotal role in helping the crew take down the notorious crime lord Triage and his 66 Bridges gang. Josiah got to see his family more often after they relocated back to the Bronx. When Iron Lad came looking for Josiah to ask for his help, he was informed by Eli Bradley that Josiah had gone missing and hadn't been heard from in over a year. Josiah X possesses peak human strength, speed, agility, reflexes, and senses. He also has superhuman durability, an enhanced healing factor, and a significantly slowed aging process. Right as I was finishing up this video, guess who finally reappeared in the most current issue of Sam Wilson Captain America? Yep, Josiah X. Josiah's back with a brand new costume, going by the codename of the Shadow Soldier. Hopefully his return will lead to another video down the road. Well, that's the origin of Josiah X, and that about does it for this video. As always, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to stop by the channel and check out this video. Please smash that like button and leave a comment down below. It really helps us out. That's a wrap for this video. We'll see you again real soon, but until then, I'm out. Peace.